أهلا بكم في عمان. شوف ووو. السلام عليكم. أنا هنا قريب من مسقط في عمان. عمان with an ain. Now this letter ain is one of the most famous, well-known letters in Arabic because it's that sound that I once described this as like if you're in the desert and you fall over and you bang your knee on a cactus and it's kind of like that my knee like really hurts. It's that kind of sound. So imagine like saying an and then you kind of tighten up your throat a bit, so it's like a Loads and loads of words begin with ain. You got Oman, you've got Salamu Alaikum, you've got Amr. Perhaps most even more famously, the actual language itself. اللغة العربية عربية. تتحدث العربية تتحدث العربية تتكلم العربية تتكلم العربية. Again, it's that Interesting fact, the capital of Jordan is called Amman. And you know what? It's spelled exactly the same way. Amman. Noon. The word Oman begins with this letter. So it kind of looks like this. And it goes Ain, Mim, Aleph, Noon. Now the only difference is the actual vowelling of that first letter, the Ain. So you can put the Dhamma for the Oman and the Fatha for the Amman. Perhaps the best example of two words which are similar, one with the Ain and one with the Aleph, take the word Alam. Now Alam means to learn, to study. So the same word but with an Aleph, i.e. Aleph, Lam, Mim, that doesn't mean to learn or to teach, that means pain. It's a completely different word. So you've got Alam, Ash'ab al-Alam, Ash'ab al-Alam, I feel pain. And then you've got A'alam with the Ain, and that means study. So it's two completely different things. Another example, Amr, we've already talked about this. Amr, Ain, Mim, Ra means age. Yeah, it means age. It's also a name, Amr, but it means age. If I change the Ain to an Aleph and I get Amr, that means like an order, like a request. It's completely different. People will get very confused if you don't distinguish your Ains from your Alephs, i.e. Amr, or Amr. You can kind of tell the difference between the Arab speakers and the non-Arab speakers by whether they pronounce this letter correctly, well, or how well they pronounce it. It's a bit of a shame when people kind of can speak really good Arabic, but they say تتكلم عربية, and it's like, no. It's عربية, تتكلم عربية, It doesn't have to be loud, but just enough to tell the difference between the alif, the Arabiya, and Ain, the Ain. Try and emphasize that Amr, and you'll feel a bit weird doing it at first. You'll feel a bit uncomfortable, like you're kind of trying very hard to sound genuine, but it's better than just being lazy with it and not having anyone understand you. So I'd highly recommend that. Welcome to this video. We're learning the ta. This is a different letter, the Arabic ta. In English we have a T, which is a ta, like for Tibbs, Terry, tea, cup of tea, Tilly, tinker, you silly old tinker, ta. All the T's in English tend to have this ta at the front of the mouth. In Arabic it's a ta, totally different sound. It's mostly a letter which exists in the Arabic language. For example, tawil, tawil, long, tawil, long, ta, 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 tayyib, tayyib. That's the word we've had before, video maybe 5, means great. Tayyib, tayyib. Tabib, tabib is like doctor. Tabib, doctor. Tawil, 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 tawil. Tayyib, 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 tayyib. Tabib, 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 tabib. Tabib, tayyib, tayyib, tawil, tawil. All these letters begin with the ta. If you say tayyib, let's say the Arabs will think, what are you saying? Tayyib, that's a word. Tayyib, tayyib, top, 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 tayyib. So, tayyib, tabib. Tabib is like doctor. Tabib, doctor. Learning some vocabulary as well. Tabib, doctor. I think it's probably good for now. Tabib, tayyib. And what was the first one we had? Well done, you remembered it. It was this one here. Tawil, tawil. Tawil, tawil. Good. We're going to learn the Arabic letter ha, ha. It looks like this, and it's pronounced ha. أنا في الهند اليوم، أنا في الهند الحين الآن، أنا في الهند، أنا في زيارة في الهند. الهند بلد جميل جدا. شوف. الهند, written like this, means India. It's not Al-Hind. Why not? Why is it not Al-Hind? Well, because Al-Hind, as far as I know, isn't a real word. In English, we have one letter to represent the ha, an H sound. In Arabic, they have two. They have a ha, it's like this, which is what we spell India with, Al-Hind. Ana fi Al-Hind, I am in India. And they have the ha, ha. And the ha looks like this in its independent form. That is, if it's not joined to a letter before it or after it. For example, Sabah al-Khair, Sabah al-Khair looks like this. And you can just see at the end there, they've got the ha. They've got the Sabah al-Khair. They've got the ha at the end. It's quite a hard letter to pronounce, particularly if you're not born in Morocco. This letter, the ha, the Arabic ha, as I said, it looks like this, and it's like a ha, which is a soft ha, but it's from the back of your throat. The way it was described to me was like if you're breathing on glass and you want to steam up the glass, and I'm just going to bring you a bit closer, you can kind of feel like you can kind of feel the sound. Hear that? Sabah al-Khair. Alhamdulillah. It's not alhamdulillah. It's not ha. The other ha, the soft ha, is like ha ha ha, like hello, like hey, like Harry, like hey, like as in hay that you eat for if you're a rabbit or something. It's like hey, happy, ha ha. But the ha, it doesn't really sound like anything that we have in English. It's a unique letter, ha, ha. And like I say, imagine you're breathing on glass. Sabah al-Khair. Some examples. Two words which are spelled very similarly, but mean completely different things depending on whether you use the ha, this ha, or the ha, ha, hur, hur, like heat, hot, something hot or spicy, hur, hur, a big ha, and a ra. If I change the ha to a ha, hear that? If I change the ha to a ha, then it becomes cat, hur, hur, cat, means cat, hur. Another example, hiba means grain, like food, the grain. Whereas hiba with a soft ha, hiba, means gift or present. Yeah, it's often used as a name for a girl. Hiba, hiba, hiba. Completely different word. So it's very important that you get the ha, 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 and the ha, ha, right.
اسمي مايك. أنا درس اللغة العربية باليوتيوب بالإنترنت. الحين أنا أسكن في الكويت، لكن أنا من بريطانيا. أنا إنجلترا. لا أنا إنجلترا. أنا بريطاني. أنا من إنجلترا. قاف قاف بالتوفيق قاف بالتوفيق ليس توفيق not توفيق. That sounds like somebody's mispronouncing a guy from London's name. توفيق. No. بالتوفيق. Qaf with a ka. The qaf comes from the back of the throat. So if you go like you're choking on a cucumber, or what else would you choke on? Like gargling water. That's the better one. Gargling water. بالتوفيق. Don't do that when you say it, because people will arrest you.
So the first letter we're going to look at is T. T comes in two forms. T, which looks like this, which is a T sound. And then we've got Ta, which looks like this. Now the difference between these two letters is in the position of the mouth that they come from. So Ta comes from the front of the mouth. Ta. Like if you were saying Terry or Timmy or Tinker, something like that at the front of the mouth, you would say ta. Now that's this one here with the two dots, like a boat. Now the ta looks totally different, looks like this, and that comes from further back in the mouth. So ta. Now if you were to say a word in English like tall or Tom, maybe Tom, like the name Tom, you wouldn't say tummy, but Tom. Look how my mouth changes shape. Tom. So my mouth is going from here to there. Tom. Another example of two letters which in English are the same but in Arabic aren't is da. So an Arabic del looks like this. Look at the shape of my mouth. Da. But they also have a da. Now this Arabic letter da is, like in English it would be a da, but look at the shape of my mouth. Da. Next up we have a sin. Now the S in English is the same, we use the same letter, it always looks like this, it always looks like an S, sa. In Arabic there are two kinds of S's, one is a sa, sin, and one is a, guess what, it's not a sa, but it's a sa. So you can have silly, don't be silly, look at the shape of my mouth, don't be silly. Or you can say, can you pass me the salt, look at the shape of my mouth, silly, salt. Two different shapes of the mouth, same letter, that's the S. We've done the ta, the da. We've done the sa and so. Now there's also a the and a tho, so exactly the same application. Da is a soft da. Da looks like this. Da. Del. There's also a tho, which is exactly the same change of shape in the mouth. You go from a da to a tho, and you just change that shape of your mouth. Practice saying it. Practice it over and over again. But when you are learning Arabic, just be aware that these letters are different. You cannot get confused between them, because to an Arabic speaker they're like a totally different sound, and they'll really tell the difference. So when you're learning the alphabet, don't just think, oh, sa, so, da, do, ta, to, they're all the same. Really try hard to distinguish in the way you pronounce them between the two, because it will make a whole lot of difference how people understand you and how they respond to your Arabic speaking.